Hey everybody, I gotta remember how to stream Terra Mystica. It's been a little while. Had a really fun weekend of Agricola here, where I played 12 games of Agricola and had a lot of those on the stream. That was a good time. Some of you probably watched and followed some of that, but we are back to Terra Mystica today. Currently queuing with some combinations of ghostly and worthy eels, and it's probably due to some reputation requirements or game speed differences. Yeah, I'm currently only looking for fast games and some stuff, but who knows? Might get a table quickly, might wait just a little bit. We will see. And searching for 3 opponents, which means a bunch of the rest of those players just got matched, presumably. Or it's just lying because there's tables all over the place. I don't always understand arena system, but whatever. A game may or may not happen very shortly. But that's okay. Looks like I'm at rank 14 here. Sitting at 1711, which isn't too bad, but Nerdcube is back up there. He recently just hit the #1 rating on the site, which is one of the few accolades Nerdcube had actually achieved. So very big congratulations to him on hitting that. That's a cool accomplishment. There's very few people on this site that have got up to that #1 rating for Terra Mystica. And so, yeah, he's sitting there right now, just a little above 700. Yeah, world leader at Terra Mystica. I think if I click on this, I can see the list of people who have earned it. And yeah, so since the site had it, it's not been a lot of people. I got it, and then Zorus had it for quite a while. Dub Techno back in the day was around. Jay, and then Sprockets had it for a good long time until Good Story dropped on the board, and then just recently I had it again for a brief little while until Ultima, and now Nerdcube's turn to lead the rankings, so good for him. As for the arena season here, Claybo and Nerdcube are up there. I don't know much about this Ryo player, but they're kind of newly up there. And then everybody else is pretty expected, although Deep Finesse was really up there earlier this season, but has fallen. But plenty of time for him to catch back up. Our arena queue keeps jumping back and forth. Looks like we might have lost Ghostly. Huh, maybe he just dropped from the queue? Not sure. Never sure. This is a messy one right now where it looks like a lot of us have slightly different preferences, and so getting a table with everybody's the hold up. I haven't had to wait in a while. I guess I can, as usual, take my other turns in random games. See where that takes us. Well, took those turns. Still don't have a game. Could peek at our Terra Mystica games. Nothing to do in those, although we are in round 6 of this one. Looks like it's going about how I thought, which is to say I expect to take probably 3rd in this one, which is unfortunate. Yeah, this is where I should just go to the whole loading screen concept rather than actually stream it already, but classic me blabbing on at the start of a video until we actually get a game. Let's go peek. Is anybody else playing games? Weber. Oh, never mind. We finally have a game. We don't have to go peek. We have Boopy McBoopface, which I wanted to play once on stream, and he sadly, that game failed to go. So hopefully this time I have plenty of excuses to say Boopy McBoopface, because I just want to. I don't really recognize most of the other players, but Worthy Eels is a fun username as well. I approve of that. And then I feel like I've seen Autographus around before, but I don't really know. Maybe I haven't. They're not very good. Worthy Eels is alright. And Boopy McBoopface is fine, but also not super experienced. So we'll see. This looks like a decent chance here. We'll give congrats to the table, and let's see. So, track-wise, we're looking at big buildings into towns, lots of dwellings mid-game into trading posts into big buildings. That's a pretty good track. Building lots of dwellings into trading posts is good. Hey, Ghostly, you should have played. I was looking forward to playing with you. But yeah, the queue was really weird. There was actually I saw 5-ish different people at times throughout the queuing process here recently. And look, things happen. So whatever. Hey, Hasky, missed TM streams over the weekend. I played lots of Agricola. Some people like Agricola, it's wild. Mermaids makes a lot of sense here. Another faction that probably makes a lot of sense is just go for the kind of boring cultists. You ignore the first 2 rounds, and then you build lots of dwellings as cultists, lots of trading posts, and then maybe build your big building. I like shipping cultists on this map, and there's a shipping reward. I like Fire 1 cultist, and there's some fire rewards. There are Earth Spades, which is good for cultists. So I like cultists here. One day for sure. Not up for it right now. That's fair. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I'm tempted to throw in cultists this game. We're missing both the priest and the cult. Oh no, we have the cult step. So we're missing priest, we're missing dwelling scoring, we're missing trading post scoring. Yeah, I'll just throw in cultists. I don't know. It's a good enough pick. We're second seed. It creates a fine color wheel. It's hard for the color wheel to get too nasty here. So, and yeah. What about the dwarves? So it's an okay dwarves game. Both of the ship passing tiles is a slight bummer for dwarves. It's an okay game for team dwarves. The main thing I don't love about dwarves is actually one of the factors I tend to like for dwarves, though, I really like that round 5 big building event, not just because I really think Stronghold in round 5 is about the right time, but also because all those cult workers are really valuable for dwarves. You make all these priests as dwarves, and you really want to turn those priests into cult VP and cult economy, and the cult economy this game is going to be poor for dwarves, so meh. But maybe somebody else puts them in. I mean, dwarves would be fun. I would not be too sad about seeing dwarves hit the table. But I felt like throwing in cultists. That's what I did. It's hard to say a lot else about this game until the other factions get put in and we see the full color wheel and stuff. I mean, mermaids look very strong this game as well. Mostly because mermaids are just really good on this map, but You have ship scoring, you have lots of dwelling buildings. Mermaids can like get out all their trading posts in this round if they build up for it, and then you can build your stronghold and sanctuary in the final round potentially. Mermaids are just really good on this map. The cult economy for mermaids does come a bit late, so there is maybe a small chance that you can overvalue mermaids here, because mermaids actually have a really good ability to get out most of their dwellings in the first 2 rounds, which is part of what makes them like quite good. But you kind of want to save all your dwellings for the mid game, and then if you're going to build all your dwellings in the mid game, you're saving up all your trading posts for here, so the timing can be a little awkward. One of the things I haven't really talked about is like we do have some good cult spade rounds this game, and we have passing spade, so there's a lot of spades in the game. And then we have some power priests, some workers on the cult track, so there's a mixture of stuff except coins. There's a decent number of coins in the past tiles, so I don't think the game is particularly short of anything. But like most games of Terra Mystica, I think lots of coins are still going to be good. We see Chaos. Chaos Magicians makes tons of sense as well. You go for round 1 Sanctuary. You could maybe, in crazy scenarios, hit the town, but even if you don't hit the town, Chaos loves to get all their dwellings out and also go for later trading posts. Chaos can also make great use of the past tiles for points here, so Chaos are a very strong pick here too. And yeah, indeed, Ghostly, that's what you just said. I agree. I think Chaos are quite good here. So we'll see what the last faction is. Something boring, just like, even Sandwich Darklings here is okay. Could still put in Dwarves. Dwarves and Chaos don't get along that well, but it could be done. I don't know. We'll see. We will see what gets put in, and then we can make some further adjustments from there. And we get witches. So I believe I've played this exact color arrangement on stream a couple of times. These are all really strong factions on this map. They all have a lot of tools. Mermaids and witches definitely get in each other's way, but not that bad. We're likely to see cultists, witches, mermaids, witches, mermaids. Mermaids are going to beat witches to this stuff, so witches are dealing with, you take these 2 hexes, you maybe get stuff up in here, you hope to beat mermaids into this stuff. You might go stronghold witches this game, actually, and just skip the temple for a while. As witches, I maybe am going to try to actually connect these center up to make a town, too, depending on how things would go if I played witches. Mermaids probably look for a connection path through here and expanding through all this stuff. Cultists, I think, will start here and here. And I would expect Chaos to start here then. Chaos might try to get this hex early just to get over to here. They'd like to beat witches to this, but if mermaids are here, I think Chaos does look pretty good. Witches and Chaos both might just choose to start big building. Witches can always start temp ship. I like Cultist a lot here still, and I kind of wanted to play them, but Chaos also makes a lot of sense with big building in round 1 and probably just getting that, although they might just get Spade. I actually think Cultist might be best here. It's a little bit that I just want to play Cultist too, but this is a game where I really wouldn't mind opening double temple also if I had the chance. I mean, there's no way that I'm going to get the 2 worker tile, but I could take a 2 worker power action in round 1 in order to open double temple and aim for earth 1, fire 1. And you go double temple, you make a temple here, you make a temple here. I guess cultists have the issue mermaids are going to beat them to this, so that's always a bit of a pain, because then you got to get 2 shipping to get places, so maybe cultists aren't best. It might be Chaos. The other question is, how much do witches make mermaids bad here? And that answer is usually not a lot, but I don't know. Witches also probably just start with the spades, so like that can't be that bad. But I'm gonna join the crowd and going just a little more on chaos before I go back to team cultists. I should think a little more. Like, it's a little hard for me to tell exactly who's gonna take big building and who's gonna take spade. I think those will be the first two off the board, so I think cultists is most likely gonna get like worker power, and then or temp ship, and then mermaids actually might get temp ship. Which means mermaids might threaten this hex right off the bat. Unless witches do just take temp ship. It could go witches, big building, spade. Ugh, I'll go back to cultists here. I think witches are the 30 faction here. Fourth seat witches, you just have this slightly awkward problem of... What if mermaids does decide to like take this, like if mermaids beats you to this hex and this hex, I think you're in for a tough game. I think if witches eventually get over here, you should in all scenarios get cultists as neighbors eventually, but the problem is I'm also assuming these players are all quite good, which is always a mistake. I have to think a little harder about this game because there's a pretty good chance that mermaids are just going to start here and cultists are just going to start here, and then cultists might not even start here and try to ship to it later. There's a chance that whoever's chaos is going to be super bold and just try to start center here still. So which faction is most robust to people doing weird things with their starting locations? I actually, like, both mermaids and witches concern me this game precisely because of those strange, like, the strange fights that could happen. Either of them could lose out pretty badly. I guess this could be one of those mermaids games where people start here and here, and then they just cede all of this stuff to witches. And so then I would like witches quite a bit, actually, if I just get to take all these hexes. We've seen game plans like that from me before. But yeah, I really don't know what's best here, but I have a couple ideas for cultists and I like it, and I don't see how cultist hexes get disrupted much this game. Mermaids might take this, but I think that's about the worst case, like, and that's not even that bad because cultists can just aim for 2 shipping and reach this hex. And as I've often argued, if you start here and here, 2 shipping gets you everywhere. So like, I'm going to go a little more on cultists. Everybody's just following the bids thus far, though, so we might have to be the ones that determine when mermaids are good enough. Mermaids are very good on this map, and we still said mermaids looked pretty good this game. I do think mermaids are just going to get double dig to start if they want, but they might get Earth 1 blocked if they do that. But this looks like an okay game to go Fire 1 mermaids. So there is that. And indeed, mermaids actually are getting bid now. So yeah, several times all those players went on them pretty quick, actually. They're getting bid almost as much as cultists all of a sudden, so I'm okay with that. Yikes, yeah, mermaids are all of a sudden, like, people are also like, yeah, mermaids on this map, they're good, and the bids are flying fast. So it looks like we might play cultist on stream, which I would really like. I would really like to play cultist here, but I might wind up on witches, everybody. Might wind up on witches. I've been talking up that I want to play cultists, right? The only slight danger is that Chaos could be playing a very culty game here. I'm still just going to go cultists. I think there's a lot of ways it can go well. I think there's less ways it goes terribly wrong. But we'll see. Resist the green. Ghostly. I mean, look, at a certain point, these players are going to just force me to go for it. I'll go back to Chaos now. I still think Chaos are really good here. But look, this is like at a certain point, everybody, you have to accept that I constantly wind up in games where nobody values the witches, and then I just get them. I'm already getting like 10 points on the table if I just take witches here. There's no air cult bonuses, though, so their cult econ's going to be a bit rough. And I said mermaids could mess them up. I'll bid for the safer factions just a little more, but it's going to be time for Team Witches again real soon, everybody. Real soon. I wouldn't mind to see the other players go mermaids just a little more, but I don't really want mermaids at this point. I think I'm mostly bouncing just a little more on Chaos Cult. Actually, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm probably taking Witches really soon here. How bad can Witches be? They're so good. This map is great for Witches. I can just open Stronghold and not care about the fact I'm going to get Earth 1 blocked. 30. I mean, 30-point Witches make sense here. I did say Witches should be the 30-point faction. The real question, though, is like, were Chaos and Cultists and Mermaids all supposed to be 15, 12, and 9 points worse than Witches? I'm really not convinced. Part of what's so good about Witches is like, well, again, I don't know if Cultists are going to start here, but Cultists probably start here. Like, you tend to get pretty decent leech as Cultists early, or as Witches too, although you're forced to eat, but it's one of these questions of where Worthy Eel starts and what hexes he takes away from me at this point. The biggest concern I think about taking Witches is I start here and here. Mermaid starts here and here with with temp ship, and they take this hex and this hex. How much does that mean that I just cry and lose? The answer is actually quite a bit. I'll throw another thing on Cultists. So do Witches have to take temp ship here just to block? Just to prevent that scenario? Like, just to make sure that that Mermaids don't, like, kill them on their hexes? I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that. It's a question, though. I do tend to love temp ship Witches. One option with temp ship Witches on this map is also to take the Workers' Power action and open... you open Stronghold plus these dwellings plus fly like here or something. So you open Stronghold 4 dwellings. You got to get a lot of coins for that game plan, but you can easily carve out your town space. You need quite a bit of leech to make it work is the other downside. I'm not totally sure that leech comes in. Temp shipping might be the play from Witches, though. And if it's temp shipping, it looks like it's going to go big buildings, and then Cultists are still just going to start with a spade, and then Mermaids start Worker 3 power, and they get to open double dig, and they also get to like open temple 4 dwellings or something. I mean, again, I'm assuming these players are going to value things in the way I am, which it's really hard to say, so we'll see. It's happened to me. It hurt. Yeah, if Mermaid starts here and takes your stuff as Witches, that does seem pretty awful. I think I do. The more I look at it, I think Witches almost have to take temp ship just to protect their hexes from Mermaids. I mean, I guess it depends on the starting locations, but okay, team. I mean, I was trying to not play Witches, okay? But how can I say no to Witches on this map with this many victory points head start? I guess, okay, so let's slow down. Let me talk myself out of it. There's big building tile, but there's no dwelling scoring. So there's not many points in the pass tiles. We're going to get Earth 1 blocked, but we don't really care because we're going to open big building. We're not going to get a town in round 2. Although, actually, that's a slight lie. There's a chance we could maybe get all these hexes by round 2 and make a town. Pretty unlikely, but there's a 0 chance might be a bit of a stretch. You saw me try. That's fair, Ghostly. I'm trying to think, though. I mean, like, as much as it feels like a deal, Witches don't have any air cult bonuses to leverage. They're not going to open a temple very early. They do have to fight for a lot of hexes, but they should still be able to do pretty well. I usually delay my shipping for a long time as Witches, though, and there is ship scoring. Yeah, I'm actually not maybe my instincts for Witches are about to lead me astray. Maybe I do just go another Occultist still for now. I think Witches are becoming pretty dang good, but Yeah, so the problem is exactly what Ghostly's saying. Like, I could open like Temple Fire 1 and go for shipping witches, but it's just you just risk losing so many hexes to mermaids. So I really like Stronghold opening witches here because it just protects so many hexes and it lets you expand really quickly. But if you're opening Stronghold Witches, you're going to build quite a few dwellings during these rounds. But it's going to be a little awkward because, like, if I open what I said, Stronghold 4 dwellings, I'm going to have most of my dwellings out already by this round. And so to make dwellings, I'm going to have to build a couple trading posts. But then I'm not going to have that many trading posts for this round. I might be able to delay. I can delay Sanctuary until this round. But then I don't have great pass tiles to be scoring off of. So I mostly have to score off of. I have to get a copy of Water 1, basically, score really heavy off this round, and I have to score pretty high off of 3 towns and network, which is possible. Like, it's possible, but it is actually, this is one of the tougher situations for witches to find themselves in, the more I look at it. Um, Now, I still think witches are pretty, like, I still think witches are fine. I'm not entirely sure I should be paying this many points to avoid them, but um, I still think cultists are really quite good here. I think the track is quite good for shipping cultists. I think the pastiles are reasonable for ship cultists. I mean, there's not that many scoring pastiles, right? So like, I shouldn't worry too much about that. But the cults look pretty fine for cultists here. You can move up fire a bit in round 1. You usually can move up earth enough to get a spade in round 2. But hey, we got bit off. Okay, at this point, I think I am just team witches. It could be a tough game, but if I have a 17, a 16, and a 13 point edge on all my opponents, I think it's going to work out. So, we're back to Team Witches, everybody. Another surprising Witches stream from Ranior. Who would have seen it coming? If Worthy Eels doesn't start F6, we could be in for a good one. Yeah, so I will admit, if Mermaids just starts here and here, and then they don't protect this, I'm pretty happy. And if Mermaids doesn't dig this in round 1, I'm super happy. But this looks a lot like just a double center start for Witches. I think I am taking Temp Ship still. I think the game plan is to hope for the Workers' power action and open Stronghold plus all the dwellings. Not totally sure. It's going to depend a bit on other people's starting spots because there's a lot of options here. There's also the question of like, are these the sorts of players that are all going to rush Earth 1? The answer to that is very well yes. But I also don't know. But yeah, I think cultists are probably going to place here, which probably does invite mermaids. So mermaids might start here, and that does usually mean they beat you to this hex. But as long as we beat mermaids to this, and we get like all of this area, that's still 1, 2, 3, 4 natural greens. That's usually enough to have a strong game. We've seen several of those games on this stream ourselves already, so I wouldn't care too badly about that. If somehow Mermaid starts here and doesn't even somehow, for some reason, dig this hex, and they instead try to aggressively go through here, that would be hilariously good, because getting this hex and this hex means that we also get this area, then these, and then things are just stupidly good. So we'll see. There is ways that this breaks really well for mermaids, and I mean, we're already a crazy number of victory points up on everybody. Cultist does come up by us, which I think is good for Cultist, but it is good for our early game leech potential also. The big question is where mermaids goes here. It'll determine a lot of how the opening's gonna go. So the one other slightly tough thing is it looks like I'm going to get a lot more leech. I might get a lot more leech around here, but the stronghold's supposed to go here. Mermaids does start here. So This is fine. Mermaids is gonna beat us to this hex, but um, so we lose this stretch, but we should be able to get this stuff. But in order to get this hex, I basically do need to open Stronghold, and that was already the plan anyhow. So I think I do have to take Temp Ship though, just to protect it from mermaids. Because if mermaids gets Temp Ship, then they can take this hex and this hex as the first action, and I think that will end our game kind of. Um, but if we lose these hexes, we still get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish natural greens this game, which is even better. It does mean that this town location becomes tricky without getting the center red. So it's possible that we make just like one town here this game, and then what, a town here and a town here or something. I'll see. This is the ugliness that we signed up for by starting here. Chaos does wisely just start there. I think we got to go Temp Ship. It's a little sad to go Temp Ship when the big building tile is like 4 points and the workers we need. But I think Temp Ship protects our hexes and gives us a pretty good opening. The only downside is if we don't get the workers power action, but Chaos, the only reason that we don't get the workers power action if Cultist is going to go double temple, which, but I'm going to do this. It's unfortunate. Yes. I mean, that's what I was just saying. Yep. It is unfortunate that we're passing on the spade and the 2 workers because those are really good pass tiles. But, oh well. You like this new content of mine, adds a good bit of variety. Keep it up. Which content, out of curiosity, Super, are you referring to? Or that's a sarcastic way to say that I'm... Okay, I see. That's a sarcastic comment about me playing witches. That makes sense. So yes, Ghostly's at least defended me here. I tried to bid other factions a lot, and then they gave me witches with a huge victory point edge. What could I do at that point, Super, but take witches? I didn't have choices. I mean, I did have choices, but I chose witches because nobody's giving Team Witches enough respect. We do see Chaos go for big building. Cultist goes for the dig. Mermaids predictably goes for worker 3 power. We do have upgrades happening here, so it's tempting to join them. The Stronghold is in the wrong spot, as I've always said, if it goes here. Although the Stronghold's in the wrong spot here this game, isn't it? Because how is this ever going to be part of a town? Mermaids takes this from us, so I guess we do go here. Oh, we also get offered the double dig. I do have the classic, I could just double dig and then potentially beat mermaids to this hex, but I think that's unlikely, but yeah. Huh. I think this is just going to be an Earth 1 rush sort of game though, so that's okay. They can all rush Earth 1, and I'll stick with my game plan, even though, you know, slightly questioning that game plan. Thanks, Super. I tried a lot. There was a lot of other bids. I bid on Cultist a bunch. I bid on Chaos quite a bit. And then I just finally had to go to Witches. Like, I mean, look, maybe I could have kept extracting even more value, but like, I'm already 15 points up on all of my opponents. Like, how is I supposed to play that? Mermaids are doing the classic, we're rushing Earth 1. I do not love giving mermaids this much leech plus giving them double dig after taking Earth 1. That part is going to hurt my soul, but I'm going to let it happen. So, Duragnid or Durag, whatever, like, the problem with not upgrading here is it means I put my Stronghold here, and the only way this becomes part of a town is if I get the center, which I want the center, but this is at least a much more doable town with a Sanctuary late, where if I put my Stronghold here, it's going to be a cut-off Stronghold, and that's going to make my towning really hard. Yeah. Crix, Crix, I tried so hard to not be witches. Yeah, I think protecting hexes is too important. I think you're exactly right, Ghostly. I think as much as it feels so wrong to not be on better pastels, as much as it's about to feel wrong not taking double dig, I think it's all right. Like these guys are all rushing Earth 1. Normally taking double dig to block them is good, but I want to just open my stronghold. I have temp ship. I'm just going to take the workers here. I can take the coins on the wheel if I get them, which I might. And that's a pretty good opening. And I secure the hexes that I really need to compete this game. And, you know, I don't have Earth 1, but I never expected to get... I did expect all these players to rush Earth 1, so... You've had witches start D9 against my F5 mermaids and then dig E4 to get all those hexes. Do we not do that to maximize leech? E4 is this guy. So right, I'll turn on the dang hex names. Okay, let's understand your comment. You've had witches start D9 against your F5 mermaids and then dig E5 to get to E4. So that is a play that can potentially work, but if mermaids starts here, the only hex I guess I'm protecting is this. And then if I'm not here, maybe mermaid. Yeah, I could have done that and just taken temp ship. That might have been the play, actually. Right? I should have maybe started C4 D9 and started with temp ship and taken a spade. The thing was, I wasn't actually planning on taking a spade this round. I was planning on opening stronghold. So I don't know. As for Mike, looping all the way back to your comment about taking a priest for advanced ship, I don't think that makes a lick of sense. I have temp ship. What am I advancing ship for? I guess so I could just open temple instead of stronghold, but I want to open stronghold to beat mermaids to this hex because I think that's very important here. So yeah, I think I'm just taking workers so that I can build dwellings, and then I'm hoping to wheel the coins, and that's okay. Advancing ship gets me to E3 with temp, or to F3 with temp ship. Oh, so I could temp ship over here, but the problem is I never reach here then, so I don't care about this hex without this hex, so it's fine. Starting here was an alluring thought though, because yes, predictably Mermaids does now take this hex, and Mermaids is going to get it open with an awesome Temple for Dwellings opening, so they're having a great game, but maybe starting there was right, but I'm okay with this. Mermaids annoyingly do have the power for single dig. I didn't consider that. Mermaids could choose to screw us still, and that would suck a lot actually. I did miss the fact that mermaids might try for the single dig because nobody else is gonna take it. My guess is that's what they're gonna do because they're just gonna, and it's gonna suck. Oh my god, crew. I missed that line. Oh fudge. Do I have to take single dig here just to protect that crap? Oh my god. I really don't want to do that. I can't stress enough how little I want to do that. Oh boy. Okay, so this game is gonna get really bad. Mermaids being able to single dig here is actually a huge problem. Like, colossal problem. Chaos goes water 2 instead of air 2. I probably wouldn't do that, but yeah, this is a big issue. Really big issue. So how do we recover if mermaids are gonna choose to take single dig? I mean, the simple answer is we probably just don't. Mermaids, if they take single dig here, secure another hex against us, and things go real bad. So one option is to single dig. That prevents mermaids from hurting us, but then I have to take single dig here, which I do not want to. really do not want to. Okay, yeah, things are actually pretty bad this game. I probably was supposed to start here. I didn't think long enough about starting spots, but starting here might have worked to discourage mermaids from doing anything too funky, and I could have maybe not opened Stronghold. But yeah, this is bad. This is real bad. Mermaids opening Earth 1 and getting double dig and probably taking single dig. So the one thing is if I let mermaids take this hex, I just lose connection. So I guess the way I could play this is that I just fly over here and I say, screw it. I'm not going to connect this game. I'm just going to try to find town spots elsewhere. I'm never going to connect. I'm not competing on network. It's going to make for a hard game to win, but let's see how it goes. Maybe mermaids are nice and spare us. What's so bad about just taking the dig? So I really don't want to take the dig because I basically have to put it here, which is okay, but then it means like I'm not building on these hexes potentially while I have temp ship, and it means I have to build this one because this one's next to mermaids. And then I also don't have power for like anything else that I want it for. So the real issue is like I'm planning to go for an opening that like produces tons of workers and I can just hard dig going forward. And so like it's using all my power for something I really don't want to. And mermaids takes coins because they're kind. So we get away with this anyhow. Yeah, mermaids did take coins, so we're okay. Basically, I was gambling that mermaids didn't want to kill me this bad, and or wouldn't, and I was hoping to wheel coins, but like now I have power for coins next round, or I could even take a priest action here, although priests don't do me a lot, but we'll see. I should be able to pass for like Chaos's big building tile. I think Cultist should take a priest here, right? You would think Cultists take a priest, although maybe they pass to guarantee themselves double dig, although they have nowhere to double dig. I think Cultists take a priest, Chaos pass. Mermaids build, well, Chaos pass. There, okay. There, so much for the theory that Cultists would take a priest. I'm honestly not sure why they wouldn't, but I'm not in charge. Chaos could take a priest now and send it to fire. That gets them 2 extra workers. This looks like a great action for Chaos Magicians. Getting all those extra workers. Oh, they also have their Water 2 action, though. So, we'll see. There is a spade just sitting here now, which would be pretty good, but I can't take that. Yeah, I have to keep. I'm going to be in the round the longest, which might mean that my pass actually kind of sucks. I could be left with pretty crappy options at this point. This was not quite how I wanted the pass tiles to break down, but oh well. Yeah, it's all right. There is a chance that I could try to beat Chaos Magicians to this hex still and make this a town at this point now, but we'll see. Mermaids might want the spade so we could get Chaos's tile. Yeah, that's a pretty good outcome. I would be happy with that. I think the dream this game is for this to be a town, for this to be a town, and for this to be a town. That's pretty dreamy because getting this heck, I'm pretty sure Cultists, I thought they didn't have a double dig spot, but Cultists are probably going to double dig here. He's just going to double dig for this hex, which I think is a inefficient-ish play, but it's probably what he's going to do. And it's okay. It's not terrible. It's going to kill my dream of the whole center, so I probably will have to Sanctuary Town or Stronghold Town up here off of a bridge eventually, which that's fine. Chaos probably takes the spade though, right? Sorry, what? I think Chaos passes for the spade right now. And then mermaids, I guess, might pass for 5 coins and a cult step, and then we pass for just even more workers, but at least some points. We'll see. I am definitely going to put Stronghold down. The Priest is still here. I just can't do anything with it. Like, this cult economy isn't really good for me early. Like, the only way I take the Priest here is so that I can send it to Earth and pass for this tile and get the Earth Spade. If I'm allowed to do that, I will. But I'll see. I mean, I'm in this round a lot longer, right? Well, not a lot longer, but I have a. Oh, there goes the Priest action. Chaos is taking it. So we go Stronghold. That was the whole plan. Feed our opponent some more leech because we're good friends. And then I'm gonna fly here, obviously. Mermaids had another dwelling to build, but they're passing for the spade. I think that's like always a mistake. I mean spades are good, but just having more economy here. Like I don't think Chaos I think Chaos was gonna use the priest. Mermaids don't really need more spades if they just build more dwellings. They still have multiple locations to build and they can already hard dig. But whatever. So we're not getting the spade, but we are gonna get Chaos's tile. Although there is an argument that the coins would be better here, but all right, we at least get to fly over here like we wanted to. The hex names are starting to annoy me again, so I'm turning them back off. That's prettier. Okay, so we didn't get screwed. We got away with our opening that we wanted. We have down a stronghold for dwellings. We have decent control over the hexes that we needed to this game. That part all worked out. We have like no coins, but we might get a coins action this next round. And if we don't, we can still have a pretty fast round here because we don't have anything to really do beyond flying. And I'm just going to pass for the big building tile because points are at least good. Yeah, we have like no coins, but look, I do expect cultists to double dig the center here. We are threatening double dig, so they kind of have to first action take that. Mermaids don't have enough power for coins. Chaos doesn't really need coins, so I do think we get a coins action, which is good. And then passing here, the pass tiles still suck, so I mean, we might have to pass for like worker 3 power to coin or something, but we'll see. I could maybe debate trying to build a temple this round, but I don't know of any spot where I'm going to have a neighbor where I want to build a temple. I guess I could just throw a random ass temple here. This will never be part of a town, and then I'll eventually have to build another temple probably over here for my sanctuary town, or up here for my sanctuary town, but it's okay. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We have flexibility here. Chaos Magicians probably wants to just take a bridge and build these hexes. They probably will beat us to this hex, which is okay. We could debate hard digging this hex, actually, I guess. We could hard dig here, build a dwelling here, and then we could make a temple here. Temple here is actually pretty reasonable, because this could be a sanctuary town right in here. That does mean the stronghold town we would need to beat chaos to this hex, so it's a little bit of pressure on our stronghold town. But we'll see. Cultist does finally decide on the double dig in the center. That's what we thought they would do. I think it's fine. Cultists consider the coins. Yeah, I don't know what cultists were considering. I think the coins are a reasonable consideration for cultists. I still think shipping cultists is the best way to expand on this map. But, I mean, this is all right for cultists. But, I mean, you have a center town now. But, like, cultist needs, like, now their temple is kind of the wrong spot. Like, I don't know. Mermaids takes this hex. Makes enough sense. They needed that one eventually. And they need to make sure cultist doesn't get it, I guess. So that's fair. Hey, evening, everybody. We need an it's fine. Yeah, I need to work on emotes. So I still haven't done that. Cultists or Chaos has a lot more power here, so they could take coins. I don't really know if Chaos needs coins as much as they need to think about bridges and spades, but if they take coins, then meh. Well, you know, you can't. Whatever. My flight this game, like I'm gonna fly here this round. I want to take coins. I don't get coins. Wow. Okay. That surprises me, but I will be all right. It does kind of look like Chaos Magicians is gonna try to. I don't know what they're gonna do, but whatever. Um, I really don't have anywhere to put my temple. If I wanted to build a temple this round. Chaos looks like they're advancing ship. I assume Chaos must be advancing ship. Cultist just goes temple middle now. Maybe. Chaos does advance ship, so that part makes enough sense, but they already could have advanced ship and then they still could have single dug. I mean, part of the thing is they eventually need this bridge anyhow, so I would have thought, I would have taken it, but whatever, I'm not them. I might just dig and build this hex right now. I get that it's 2 points next round, but it's also fine. There's a chance that Chaos's next move is to build here, in which case I could build a trading post here, and I kind of want to just even get up a trading post, even if it's not a dwelling this, or even if it's not a temple yet. Depends a little bit on what my opponents are doing, but mermaids, I guess mermaids might delay building their dwellings. The big issue is, like, I do need coins power actions, and if the table keeps taking of this aggressively, it's going to cause me slight problems, but I think I am just going to dig and build this. I think this puts a little pressure on Chaos Magicians now. Chaos probably is going to come here, and they probably are just going to use their cult dig on this hex, but it at least gives them some... It at least gives them a little pause here to think about that. So whatever. I'm gonna do that. I'm okay with this. I will use a couple power here for coins just to build a trading post. It's not my preference, but I don't need to use power for anything else right now. Wow, Cultist is gonna upgrade center, so we are gonna get flooded with leech, which is a bit unfortunate because I don't have good outlets for all that power. But they are just going to build another temple in the center. Cultists are earning a lot of spades where I don't know where they're going to put them because they don't really have spots to put them unless they're going to take this hex away from Chaos, which would be a good outcome for us because slowing down Chaos is just a good outcome. So don't forget connection. Yeah, I know I eventually need this hex, but I'm not concerned about this hex. I mean, I could lose this hex, I guess, but I'm not concerned about it. But we could single dig with all that power. I could, but priest to air and or single dig to gray. Yeah, these are options, but honestly, the only thing I might do is I might take the priest just to get it to air because it's going to be good points down the road, and it's, I mean, I get 3 power right back. But the thing is, I don't want to be like, part of the problem now is like everybody's getting a ton of power again. Yeah, and mermaids are already going to pass. So like mermaids might just open next round with coins, which is going to suck. Oh, it's going to suck so much. All right. I'm just going to convert some power to coins. We're going to get fed even more power in the center. I am going to build a trading post. Why is the income on for me and nobody else? How long has that happened? Ugh, I don't want that. When you're short on coins and have tons of worker, hard digging is better because, yeah, exactly. So Nerd Cube is offering up really good reasons that I'm not going to use my power on Single Dig. I don't have enough coins, so Single Dig is definitely wrong. Taking the Priest is viable. I might do that. I've thrown away like my entire victory point lead this game already, which means I've got a lot of leech, but I've used my power spectacularly poorly thus far because I can't get coins actions, which is somewhat rare in a game with this caliber of player getting so hard blocked on coins, but it's okay. The only reason I actually might single dig here, now that I think about it though, is I could steal this hex. Stealing this hex from Chaos is not unreasonable. Chaos is going to move up this track in a sec here, and stealing this hex on Chaos is fun, but I don't know if it's actually worth it. Stealing the hex is what you were thinking. Yep, that's fair. Gray, I tried so hard to not play witches. I bid everybody else down to like 15 points, and then I bounced over them when I have a 15-point edge. But that is everybody's comment, which is fair because I play a ton of witches. So, do I want to steal this hex? Not really. Do I want to send the priest to air? Not really, but I really want the coins. Will mermaids give me a coins action? Mermaids have a lot of power at the start of next round. Next round is a dwelling round. Mermaids have been ignoring building their dwellings because they're fools, but they're fools with a crap ton of resources. What are they going to do? They like don't even have... They could double dig to secure their connection, I guess. So maybe there's a chance that we get coins if we just pass and are sitting behind them. We also get a spade if we just pass, which can never be that bad. I want to take water 1 next round pretty badly with a temple at some points, but I don't think there's a run on water 1 yet. Oh, maybe there is. Cultists went water 1 because of course they did. Why would you go economy if you're building favors early? I also have no idea. Cultist spades have to be going here. I think I'm okay losing this hex. I don't really think I care. Not enough to fight it. If cultist cuts chaos off of here, this stronghold town is looking quite safe. So then this sanctuary town is pretty fine. And then this like town is fine. I convert 1 power to a coin here just in case I get some more leech. And then I pass for the spade. And that's fine. I'm really hoping for a coins power action because I need that pretty badly. We could just grab coins from their past tiles if I waited. I could, but we'll see. Stealing that hex makes sure CMs end last at scoring. Yeah, I mean, chaos. So to be fair, maybe I should steal it from them and make them regret. I thought for sure I would get coins this round because chaos's best path to me looked like they have so many resources here. All these coins are not doing them as much as if they could just dig this hex. They would love to single dig right now. The reason they can't single dig is because they took coins. So I'm going to argue they took the wrong power action, and we would both be a lot happier if they took the right one. But, oh well, whatever. Anyhow, I could have taken the priest power action just to send it to air, just to stall out and then get coins from the past tile. That's a very reasonable path, but I'm pretty happy taking the spade out of the game. Although, I mean, again, cultists are making a bunch of spades here, but I think they're just taking that red hex from Chaos Magicians, which is... I'm fine with that. Cultists should, in my opinion, have been ready to do a big shipping spree this round and build a ton of dwellings, but instead they went for a temple that wasn't even Fire 1. And so their economy is pretty iffy, and their cult economy is, I mean, it's generating 2 spades, so that's incredible, but it's 2 spades that's going for another double dig. I mean, they've single dug a hex, double dig a hex, double dug a hex. Ugh, whatever. Mermaids honestly hasn't done anything like that wrong, except for the fact that they just keep refusing to build dwellings each round. Again, I get that the dwelling rounds are later. Ooh, Chaos is going to give us leech. I guess I declined this because it's really 2 victory points for 2 power, and I'm already running low on points. I would not have. They're gonna just build a temple, aren't they? Oh my god. Oh, team. What is going on? They took worker power over temp ship. Yeah, cultist did. So we're getting that gray hex after all. No, I mean chaos can cult spade it, right? I mean, like they have water 2. They're already here anyhow. Like chaos is gonna get this hex. I'm not getting this hex. Yeah, they're culting it. Yeah, I'm not getting that. But yeah, cultists have done a lot of things that they should not be doing. Chaos going for a temple, I think, is very wrong. I'm pretty sure Water 1 is about to disappear here, though, so, like, we actually might have to beat Mermaids to Water 1 this round is another concern of ours, but at least we have a trading post up. But Mermaids could just build a sanctuary if they're absolutely dead set on, like, making everything go crazy this game. But we'll see. The dream is that Mermaids just wants to double dig to secure their connection and take this hex, even though this hex is under, like, no threat. But hopefully they just double dig this. We get coins, we get Water 1 temple, we build a few more dwellings, life is good. But something tells me that this is a game where life is not going to be good. We go Air 2. That was expected. I expect it's also Water 1. I don't want it to be Water 1, but I can't imagine what else it would be, to be honest. For the record, this is building up way too much too early, in my opinion, for Chaos. But I am leaving them this hex, so that was nice to them. But I guess that's why they wanted coins, because they wanted to go for a temple, but ugh. They do go Water 1, so there is only 1 copy of Water 1 left, which... Foofda. The only reason I care so much about Water 1 this game is obviously because I didn't get Earth 1, and I thought getting Water 1 would be pretty easy by the mid. Like, I was going to take it like round 3-ish was the plan. And I guess it still is the plan. I probably do get a copy of Water 1, but yikes, my opponents are trying to get too much out of favors too quickly, in my opinion. But Chaos does have enough that they could single dig here and go down to 4 power tokens. That would be pretty bad. But we'll see what they're thinking of doing. Nope, they pass, which makes sense. I'll be curious what they take. Big building is points, but 6 coins might just be better for them. They go temp ship. Wow. Okay. Cultist does take the hex. I figured they would. Chaos really has only one option for this dig, and it's going to be this Southern Gray. And then it's really up to Mermaids. Are Mermaids going to give us coins, or are they going to just take coins? I'm guessing they're going to just take coins, but we can hope. We can hope. Not that hope's going to get us very far. Oh, but they do double dig to secure a connection. Hey, everybody. That call was right. They did want to secure their connection with a double dig. We do get coins. The game is back on track. Assuming that we get to go Water 1 here, things are still looking pretty good. I go Temple Water 1. I can dig probably my connection hex. I don't really know which hex to dig. I will admit that this is going to be another one of those games where even in the trading post round, I'm going to complain about not having neighbors, because cultists are taking their sweet time to get onto these hexes or these hexes. Mermaids don't look to be getting over here anytime too soon, so all the trading posts I would like to be building here aren't going to happen. The one issue with this town is going to be neighbors, because cultists look like they're going to be real slow about getting over here. But we'll find out. Predictably, Chaos takes that hex. Understandable. Will Mermaid Sanctuary for Water 1? Yeah, I mean, that's true. They could Sanctuary here. I haven't actually got Water 1 yet. I forgot that they could just take the last copy here. But they do not. They just ship. I will take Water 1. Okay, that part of scoring has been secured. Mermaids just advanced ship. Oh, because they have the ship tile. They really need to actually build dwellings, right? I mean, I don't. Mermaids' refusal to build their dwellings is really confusing to me still, but whatever. Cultist built that. Cultist not having shipping. Oh, again, is just like really bad, but advanced ship lets them get 2 more hexes. Oh, they can reach these guys. I see. Yeah. That's part of what this double dig is. They can reach these hexes. I mean, mermaids are not really at a loss for hexes, but yeah. I mean, mermaids are not at a loss for hexes at all, but yeah, sure. Advancing ship is just good points though too, so whatever. I think I do just dig and build this. I think I just fly to this hex. I do eventually still need to like dig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more hexes or something, but I can hard dig. Chaos advanced ship to get up here. They're trying to take this from cultist, I guess, and then this is actually under slight concern for us. So we do need to start actually digging and securing some other of our hexes next round, but that's okay. That's part of the plan. I just want to take this hex though, so that we're fully connected. And then yeah, I'm gonna fly here. And then starting next round, I can do a couple hard digs. I maybe even take double dig, depending on what's up. Because my towns do require a good bit more digging. Cultists hard digs that hex in order to secure it. So Chaos are shut off from this hex, and they're cut off from this. Actually, this area is pretty safe still. This hex is okay currently, although Chaos could get here with 3 shipping at some point. But I'm not too concerned about that. Cultists, like, really don't. Cultists, I guess, are going to try to dig through here, which is okay, but cultists have really done some messy things this game. But mermaids has to be our #1 competitor now. I mean, I think so. I mean, the cults are going better. Like, we haven't competed in the cults at all. Mermaids just blocked cultists from this, though. So, I mean, it does look like mermaids are going to try to make this a town. So, mermaids eventually coming here is going to be good news for us. So, I like that. The more I'm looking at things, I would love if somehow I'm allowed to pass first here. I don't know if I'm going to be, but mermaids clearly has another dwelling. It's really what cultists are about to do and what chaos are going to do. But the reason I'd love to pass is because I think this is a game I could actually go for dig advance witches. And that'll be how I generate all these spades I still need. Plus, it's another way to make points. It does mean that my cult game's going to suck because I'm going to use all my priests for dig advances and ship advances. It also means I need just way more coins than you could imagine. But I don't pass first. Cultist passes for the coins. Might be passing for the coins power action also, which a little unfortunate, but it's fine. It just makes my dig advance plans pretty dead, but I mean, I guess I could still pass for these coins, and if I somehow got the coins power action, I could still advance dig, but I don't know. We'll see on that front. The other slight advantage to the advanced dig plan is that I might actually be able to advance dig my way to hexes that have neighbors for upgrades, but I'm hoping that mermaids are just going to take this in order to make some town up in here. I'm not really sure why they would hard dig this hex unless they really had plans for a town in this area. So I think they're going to come here eventually, but the eventually is the part. But mermaids really need to build here. Wow, they don't build. Mermaids refusing to build well, I guess they don't need to build. They have max. Okay, well, so that's a bit unfortunate. They take coins as well. They also have temp 1 coins power actions. So, oh well. I just passed for points here at least. I mean, mermaids didn't need to build either. They're in the same spot we are the more I look at it, so whatever. Yeah, I just passed for the points though at least. I have even more workers. I can just hard dig this game. I still can think about dig advances potentially. I do have a lot of power built up that can be coins. But my actual, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Um, mermaids can't take the coins, but wouldn't be surprised if cultists do. Yeah, I mean the fact that mermaids are in front of us isn't the problem, but I think cultists are going to open the round with coins. I don't. Cultists should be advancing ship next round, one would think, at this point. The only way cultists can reach a bunch of hexes to build on, which is what they should be doing, is to advance ship twice next round. So if they just have a lot of coins, that would make sense, but we'll see. You think they may just be shipping this round as the last round. I agree. Cultists can't take the digs, yeah. They can form Sanctuary Town there in round 6. Once in middle, they already have 4 structures. Cultists don't have 4 structures in the middle. Cultists only have 3 here and 3 here, so they're going to have to bridge over here, but we'll see. Hey, Marushka, thanks for dropping by. Oh, you made blue. Yeah, blue does have a town here, I see. So blue could Sanctuary Town through here and never take this. That's true. So I might not get a neighbor here, which would not shock me because I never get neighbors where I want them on this map, it seems, or from my opponents, but we'll see. Yeah, mermaids not cultists, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, hey Marushka, welcome. We're streaming Terra Mystica again, even though you don't really know what's going on. Am I winning? No? Yes? Maybe? Maybe. It's one of those games where I've kind of not quite had exactly what I've wanted happened. I've kind of not quite got the breaks I've wanted. My opponents are passing more aggressively than I would have expected and valuing coins higher than their ratings would suggest. But my position's still pretty good, and a lot of theirs are pretty sketchy. So, I don't know. But yeah, my lack of ability to get coins this game is really killing me. Okay, so team, one option is we still could advance dig partially, because if we're going, we have 1, 2, and then like 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7. Sorry, one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes that we need to dig this game. It's a lot of freaking spades. It's a lot of spades. I think I am supposed to advance dig still, but it's gonna use all my power, and I'm gonna have like no coins into the next round. But it at least answers how I'm gonna get all these hexes this game. Although, so the thing is, I don't really want to use power for a priest. So I think what I might do is I might advance dig once here, dig a hex, fly to it, and then try to pass and get a coins power action next round. I do need a bridge power action eventually too, but I don't think there's that much pressure on the bridge. I'm going to just advance dig here and then see where it takes us. 1 dig upgrade for this round. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to, as some of you are in chat are suggesting, I think I'm going to just partially advance dig. I think I'm just going to create 1 hex for myself, fly to it, and then I'll pass. Hopefully I get a coins power action. I admittedly don't have anything good to pass for. All the coins tiles are blocked, which is not ideal. Hey, Chaos is going to be our neighbor. Cultists failing to get to this hex in time means that they're super dead. Although Cultists might try to 3-ship this round, I guess. No, cultist sends a priest to water. Okay, well, there went that theory. I have no idea. Cultists are killing themselves. That's all I know. They did not ship aggressively enough. They've tried to dig in order to get places. They've made every classic cultist error on this map, and I'm so sad that I didn't get to play cultist here because, oh god, they could have had such a different game. But oh well. Mermaids are still okay, but yeah, given that they did start Earth 1, and they're making their sanctuary here, why are they building a sanctuary right now? Are they taking Fire 2 just so they can, like, take the 2 key town? Oh my god, if Mermaids takes the 2 key town here with Fire 2, I'm gonna be so happy. But they just take Air 1. I have no idea why Mermaids would do that, though. That does not make sense to me, but it doesn't have to make sense, I guess. They did it, so be it. I'm going to partially advance dig. I think it's just this hex. I turn green and I fly here. I guess chaos coming to this hex is annoying. So maybe it's this one. I don't think chaos really cares about this hex. Looks like you'll get my neighbor. Yeah, I do have a bridge. Cultists do want the bridge. Yeah, cultists need a bridge. Chaos often need a second one. Yeah, it's true. I do eventually need the bridge action. I could just take the bridge this round, but gosh, I really want to get greedy. Chaos can make their town now, so they're going to take the 2 key town, presumably. There is quite a bit of cult fighting. Yeah, Chaos is going to win most of the cults. Chaos, I think, are still somewhat a threat this game. They have decent expansion. They have Earth 1, Water 1. They have good cults. I mean, Chaos, I think, are competitive this game. I think Mermaids are still kind of competitive, although that Sanctuary for Air 1 looks real questionable. And then I think Cultists have just completely mangled their game. Real bad. If I pass, I probably am just going to take the ship tile, even though I don't plan to advance ship next round. Just blocking the points for my opponents is the right move. But I do need to take this free flight. I mean, I don't need to, but it's pretty dumb to pass on this. Chaos Magicians taking B1 is not a concern. With advanced digging in the plan, I don't like. Well, I welcome a neighbor. Welcome the neighbor. Like, come on up here. I'll take this hex. I'll just triple dig this eventually. Whatever. Like, it's totally fine. I would love Chaos to take this hex. Which, to be fair, they do have a spade, and they do have. Well, they only have 1 ship in, or do they have temp ship in? No, they only have 1 ship in. If Chaos somehow finds a way over here, I'd still be thrilled. I'm not sure they will, but maybe. My goal at this point is to pass for a much needed coins action. Although again, there's no. I would love a coins tile, but I'm not allowed to have those. So. I might yet have to take like a coin town or ship town this game just because, yeah, I need so many coins and I've not been able to generate them via pass tiles or via power actions. This game has been way more coin hungry than I would have expected. But it's partly because like I was expecting maybe a Fire 1 Cultist or even a Fire 1 Mermaids, but my opponents have only known how to take economy tiles, so that their games are super desperate for economy instead of them building up economy and trying to figure out scoring. So, oh well, we'll see. When they dug the yellow, you assumed they had 2 shipped, but you missed it. They got B for B4. Yeah. Cultist does advance ship, but they're at 2 ship, so that's at least working out. It does look like cultists are going to take this hex, which I would just like to point out that every time I play as mermaids and I need a cultist on this hex, I swear I never get it. And yet this game, boom, there it goes. Hey, I do get to pass for a coin's power action, so I get that wish. I make 2 power. I'm not sure I'm going to get any leech, so I'm just going to convert a power to a coin. Oh wait, I'm taking more stuff, so I convert 3 power to coins, and I just take the ship tile. I mean, this comes with 1 more worker, but this blocks a lot of points from others, and I'm going to have a super long round next round, so I get to block it from everybody else for the rest of the game. I think that sounds like a deal to me. I think that sounds good. Chaos building 2 trading posts. Yeah. Look, everybody has made not a lot of sense this game. I mean, these players were not great, but they're building things that do not make sense because yeah, like this is the dwelling round. Let's build dwellings. We have a thing. Like, what is this trading post doing? I don't know. There's trading post round next round. I to be fair, mermaids have followed the track almost too slavishly. They like refuse to build anything else, and they refuse to like even build dwellings in round 1 or 2 in order to save them for round 3 and 4. So they chased points to the detriment of their own economy. Cultists just haven't figured out how to expand well, and I mean, it's partly because they built up too much for these tiles, and it's partly because they had 5 spades in the first 2 rounds, but they secured all of 3 hexes with 5 spades, so that's not efficient. Chaos is the only one that's done pretty reasonable things, and again, they're really locking out cults, so I mean, oh, but that's why Chaos is going for this shit. Chaos is just trying to win all the cults here. So they're just taking water 3 to beat mermaids on water. Like, oh my god, so glorious. Okay, yeah, reasonable is yeah, Chaos is really riding the cult economy this game, and now that they're taking this temple, it's even less reasonable. And yeah, Chaos is just trying to win all the cults. Which, look, I mean, to be fair, all the cult victory points are going to get them somewhere. Our cult game is real bad, but to be fair, fighting cults this game was always a losing battle because if players are going to fight cults this hard, they are not worth it. Also, why does the undo always turn my income display back on? What is this garbage? That move makes sense to me. Yes, Marushka. Thanks for staying in the chat here, even though you don't really know what's going on. If you think they've already figured their plan for second, it's fairly reasonable. Honestly, even if they think they're playing for second, it's not reasonable. Fighting for cults that hard is just, it's not the right play. Chaos are now making 3 priests a turn. They could have had so many more points if they just built more dwellings this round. And those points aren't just points, they're also worker economy to fuel even more points next round when they build a bunch of trading posts. I cannot support fighting cults this hard. It's only 4 victory points. Like, I guess it's a swing versus mermaids, so like maybe it's an 8 victory point move, but it's still, even then, it's just not right. It's just too early to be fighting that hard to lock out cults. I mean, part of the problem here is like Chaos closed out water, but like they don't have another town coming. So like they can't even close these cults out. So like if Cultist just goes all the way up, now they just like letting mermaids win water and then later the game just like locking out earth on Cultist or stealing air or something is probably the same number of victory points for Chaos. But it's less like it's just the wrong ordering and prioritization of stuff, but and Gray is exactly correct. They already were producing 2 priests around and had water too. They would have found a way to lock out the other cults. They did not need to take 3-step favors in order to hit the cults this hard. Chaos can only take 4 more cult steps the rest of the game unless they find another town, and make that 3 more cult steps the rest of the game unless they find another town. And they have a guaranteed 2 cult steps, and they make 3 priests around. I mean, I guess we could just view their priests as workers at this point, but like, yikes. It looks like Cultists decided to dig this hex in a hope to maybe town over here. Blech. They make 5 priests next round. Yeah, that's true. 5 priests is a lot. Oh well, whatever. We'll see. So I mean, the upshot is we do have 39 points. We have water one and a million trading posts to build next round, which will be a ton of points. I want to advance dig and advance ship this game. I want a 3 town and I want to win network. Um, Winning network, 3 towns, all the trading posts, advanced dig is a lot of points. I am prefacing it that way because the bad news is that's also a very expensive game plan. And I know already that I in no way have all the resources for that. So I guarantee you I'm taking coin towns and or ship towns in order to achieve that dream. But that's okay. Sometimes you got to do that stuff. So, but yeah, it looks like Chaos is going to try for this town, which is fun. This is a wacky town. I do really need this bridge. So my next round is probably take coins and then probably take the bridge. Um, and then I can build a trading post here. If Chaos would join me anywhere I want them to, that would be ideal, but they might not. I would love for anybody to join me through this section so I have neighbors for the rest of my trading posts, but probably won't get them. But I don't know. Regardless, I take coins. Coins are great. I take the bridge if it wheels, because I need the bridge. And we'll see. Reject priest return, yeah. If your opponents know what they're doing, you don't wheel bridge, but that's a big if. Yeah, it is a big if. I mean, so to be fair, Chaos can't take the bridge, right? So it's Cultish that should take the bridge. But like Chaos don't actually have the ability to build a bridge where they need to build it. So one of the downsides to not being adjacent to players is that, yeah, like all the leech this round is probably not going. Oh, actually, mermaids did build their sanctuary here, which suggests to me I might still get mermaids as a neighbor here. I'm not sure how mermaids are towning yet, but that sanctuary for Air 1 is so sus. Yeah, I mean that Air 1 sanctuary is so bad for mermaids. I can't stress enough how bad that is. Like, it was so not needed, and if they just had all those extra coins and like stuff, they could build, like, they could much more easily afford all their trading posts this round, whereas I'm not even sure they're going to build all their trading posts. So yeah, they didn't even make points off it last round. Yeah, it didn't make any sense. But have I played other factions than witches or mermaids on this map? I totally have. But look, what keeps happening is my opponents don't value witches. Look at all these balanced economies. Yeah, I mean, we're doing real well here, okay? So well. Chaos magicians have nearly as many priests as they have workers. Mermaid says, yeah, 10 workers and no coins. I have way more workers than coins. It's good. Incoming cultist triple dig on A5. Yeah, that would suck, but I'm not concerned about that. You want to see some spicy Orin? So, I mean, Orin have to get put in. The Orin are tough on this map. For all the reasons that witches are great, the reason that I think witches are great is precisely because you get to fly to all your hexes that you want to be on, and then you can advance ship later to connect them. The problem Orin has is you have to advance ship first and then get to all your hexes, which is really not the ideal order. So, but anyhow, I tried to not play witches on stream again, and then my opponents refused to give me anything else. Hey, I get the bridge. So I should think about where my trading posts need to go this game. I would really like a trading post down in here for my sanctuary town. I think my sanctuary town is in here still, because I don't really want to build another temple this game. Which means I need to build a trading post here pretty badly, which is the only real spot where I can build one with a town, so that's not ideal, but good for us. Yeah, you're surprised they didn't take the bridge. I mean, yeah, Cultist not taking the bridge is a big mistake, but hey, look, we are getting some... We're getting some breaks this game. And yeah, Cultist making questionable decisions. Yeah, I mean... yeah. Why are so many watching? Um, anyhow, I still plan to have a really long round this round, but the points pass tile is sitting there, which is obviously like always tempting, but I clearly don't have time for it. Um, I'm gonna build a trading post here. Um, I really can't put a lot of my trading posts where they need to go without paying for them expensively, which is a bit of an issue. I mean, I'm clearly taking Fire 2 next round, right? Like, the plan is to Sanctuary for Fire 2. I don't really think there's any Fire 2 pressure on this game, although, you know, I've been surprised before, but are Chaos really going to build their third temple of the game? I mean, I hope the answer is not, but I mean, I guess I should be prepared for them to do so. But we do get a nice 2-for-1 leech. I still do need coins like super badly for many reasons. It does not look like I'm going to get more neighbors up here right at the moment, but one more trading post has to go up over here. One trading post has to go down here. And then I do have one trading post that can just go wherever. So like I could just upgrade this guy. I don't have to build all 4 trading posts this round. I would really like to make sure to build at least 3, but I don't have to build all 4. I would like to advance dig one more time. The only way I'm still getting all these hexes, I think, is to advance dig. So I get another leech over here, which I thought I was gonna. So that is nice to see though. I'm tempted to just make this a trading post, assuming that I see some trading posts up here, and this might be a trading post yet from witches, or not from witches, but from mermaids. Oh, mermaids made this a town. Wait a sec. I should pay attention to this. Mermaids made a coin town here. I'm not quite sure mermaids are making a town up here, so they might have just done this to block, and then mermaids might just have one town here. Ugh, 2-town mermaids on this map is not good. I think I will trade in post here. One option, I guess, that I'm forgetting about is I don't have to trading post here, do I? I can always just double dig and build a dwelling here and just have this be 3 dwellings and a sanctuary, and it doesn't have to be any trading posts. So I actually could build 2 trading posts just in random locations if I wanted to. I am pretty tempted to advance dig still this round. I'll probably dig this to green, fly here. Actually, no, this is the more important one to secure, right? Yeah, we do get mermaids does go next to us. They're just champs. Feeding us some more leech here is really good. Again, I need so many coins. I mean, there might not even be coin towns left. I might have to take these priest towns pretty highly, but we'll see. Passing for like 6 coins is still going to be really good for us. Cultist just passes for the points tile. That's really great news for us. Mostly because cultists are just not our competitors. And I clearly have more resources than the rest of my opponents. So like I'm so easily going to be able to stall them out and make sure none of them get pass points. Which should be quite good, and I'll get some pretty decent pass tile for coins at least, so that'll help. Power Town incoming. I might have to Power Town this game, I'm not sure. Advancing dig and advancing ship 3 times and building this much stuff for network to like win network and hit 3 towns is a very that's an expensive game plan. And I only got 1 coins power action, or I got 2 now that I passed for this one. I think I've only gotten I think I have gotten 2 coins power actions, but I also don't think I've ever been on the 6 coin pass tile. I was on temp ship, I was on spade, I've been on the big building one twice, and now I'm on this one. Yeah, I don't think I've been on either the 4 coin or the 6 coin pass tile, which is been a little bit my fault and a little bit just the vagaries of how the game's been breaking down. I do think some of my opponents probably were supposed to be thinking about doing things like temp ship at times or trying to ship score, and you know, whatever, it's fine. But network race, I haven't really been paying attention to, but cultists really failed to expand. Again, getting beat to this hex was pretty awful. Chaos's network is okay-ish actually, but they've failed to expand into the rest of their cheap reds. We get another 2-for-1, which is great. I do think I'm just advancing dig here and starting to secure a couple more hexes, and then debating where I put my other trading posts. We are going to be pretty damn good on points already, and we have 3 towns coming in next round. That feels pretty good. I don't really have much to build next round is the upshots. Once I have these trading posts down, I really am planning to just build a sanctuary and the rest of the dwellings. So I'm going to end the game with 3 temples on the board. I also am starting to realize I need ship towns pretty badly because I don't have priests to advance ship with. So these ship towns are actually super valuable. The priest towns are pretty good, and the coins towns are still going to be all right. Yeah. I guess there is an option that I could still sanctuary town over here. So I could choose to dig and build this and build a trading post here. And then I could temple for air 1 and then sanctuary for fire 2 is an option. And then I still just build 3 dwellings up over here. I'm not sure yet. I also need priests, so I just take ship towns. Yeah, that is, I don't know when that comment was made, but as usual, Gray is pretty on top of what I actually have to be doing. That means I'm going to send, like, no priest to the cult tracks this game either, which, not great, but to be fair, like, the points on the cult's tracks are pretty freaking ugly. Like, I could pick up a couple 3rd places, but, you know, that's not very important. And actually picking up 3rd places isn't even that easy because Mermaids also has a lot of priests just to scoop up 3rd places. So have you considered selling workers to afford all of this? I mean, I will probably use a couple workers as coins actually. But yeah, we'll see. The thing I'm actually considering right now, and I don't really think I have enough for, but if I'm gonna go the plan of making a temple for air 1 this round is actually pretty good because getting another priest production is actually quite helpful. So I am debating if I'm supposed to figure out a way to temple for air 1, but I think I have to just build 2 more trading posts. And once I build 2 more trading posts and another dwelling or 2, I don't think I really have the resources to build a temple for air 1. But I definitely would highly consider that if I could. If I convert all my power, I could temple for air 1 this round. Okay, well, so Gray is suggesting that it might be possible. So I'm going to have to consider that route because building a temple for air 1 this round, that's going to be 7 to 8 points. Or 7-ish points. It would be a 7-ish point temple for air 1, and it would let me push to 15 network. Otherwise, I'm planning for 14 network, and it makes my towning slightly easier, just slightly. Is that worth it? Maybe. The real question is, do I need to push to 15 network? Mermaids will get 4 more dwellings out, but will Mermaids get a stronghold, a trading post, and 5 dwellings out? I suspect not. Cultist could get 4 dwellings out, but will they get a trading post and 5 dwellings out to tie us? I don't know. So the thing is, now that I'm looking closer, there is a chance that 14 network is not going to be enough to just outright win network, and so maybe I do need to push for 15 network, but pushing for 15 network does come with some downsides. So we'll see how it starts to look as I keep playing this round out. You like putting the trading post down at the Black Axe? I do like putting the trading post down here as well and just having this town ready. But I like that idea as well, but I don't know how sold I am on it quite yet. But the real answer is I turn this green. I don't build yet. I am going to pass for 6 coins, so that's good news also. Um, yeah, I don't know. We're still doing pretty good things, even though we have no cults and our points are still, you know, a little iffy. Um, so So if I convert all this power, I have 9 coins. So I have 11 coins. I want to build 2 trading posts. Is 6 coins, 11 coins, and I need to build probably 1 dwelling, so I would be 13 coins. So I'd be using 2 workers for coins, always slightly a questionable proposition. I would then be left with 9 workers. It costs 1, 2, 3 workers to dig and build this, and then it costs. So that would be all my workers. I actually don't think I can do that. I don't think I can afford that. By the time I do all that, I'm producing less coins. I'm using a lot of workers, and I still actually have a lot of workers needed for digging, for affording a sanctuary. Mostly the digging aspect. I don't think I can afford the temple. Ah, I see. And Gray's, I see. Gray, you're saying I needed to, if I had just dug this and then put the dwelling there instead of flying here with the dwelling. I see. Um, yeah, if I didn't put the dwelling here, I could have put the dwelling there, then I could have still gone for Air 1. But I still don't know if I could do that because it really is going to put me, it's going to really put me back, I think, in terms of all the. Maybe it doesn't, but it feels like it's going to cost me a lot in terms of where all this shit has to go. Um, I also prefer securing hexes, but maybe I'm a little too paranoid here. But I think I just want to build my trading post. I think I am just going to go for 14 network. So I think the game plan here is just building 2 more trading posts. This is going to eventually be a sanctuary, dwelling town. This is going to be a trading post, dwelling town. So I do think I go for an expensive trading post and another cheap trading post here. Or here is an option for the other trading post, actually. I could skip the expensive trading post, purely hoping that somebody's going to become my neighbor next round, but the big issue is like this plan of making the sanctuary town with. Oh, actually, shit. Do I have enough dwellings for this? I also should count that. My God, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings required. I have 1, 2. God, I only have 3 dwellings. Okay, well, shit, team. That was really sloppy on my part. God dang it. Oh, that was so bad. So I do have to air 1 at this point. But it's just got to be next round now. That was so bad. So, yeah, I just miscounted. Like, I didn't count stuff out, which is really bad of me. I think I have to take this hex and build a trading post here now. And then I still have to go for Air 1 Sanctuary Town here. Because I don't have enough dwellings. I have 1, 2, 3 hexes I can build on. 1 hex has to be this one. And then I was planning on these guys being hexes, but then if I do that, I only have one trading post left, so I just can't make my towns. So yeah, that was really bad planning, and I'm basically out of time, so yeah, I just gotta go with this plan. I'm slowing myself down too much. Oh, that was so sloppy. So bad. Boy. Alright, not impressed with myself there, but whatever, stuff happens. Okay. So, yeah. Um, we temple for fire too. I guess an option is I could skip a third town. That's another option I hadn't considered until just this moment. Skipping a third town seems wrong. Probably because it is. I'm supposed to 3 towns still, I think, right? Yeah. 2 town witches. Yeah. Skipping the third town sounds pretty bad. Yeah, I think skipping the third town's wrong. I think I'm supposed to still go for 3 towns. I think it's fine. I think I can do it. Chaos Magicians is deciding where to put their other spade. I will admit it does, like, mermaids just went here, so it does suggest mermaids want to go here as well, and that if Chaos had taken this hex, it would actually be a bit of an issue. But it does look like mermaids are going for 3 towns, so mermaids do want fire too. The bridge happens from cultists, so Chaos does get bridge blocked, very expected. Mermaids takes coins, very expected. I think my first action is actually just take this hex, dig and build that hex. Although I kind of want to fly there, so maybe I just dig that hex and then I fly there. I guess the other question is there fire 2 pressure? And if there is fire 2 pressure, how badly do I just need 2 ship towns? The answer to the 2 ship towns question is actually pretty badly. Because I am going for a temple and a sanctuary now is 11 coins, which is already most of my coins. And then I'm going for a ship advance is a lot of my coins. And then I still want a trading post. And then I guess I am going to build that last dwelling just to lock up network. Nobody else is taking a ship town. Yeah. CM shouldn't want fire 2. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't think there's any fire 2 pressure. I think the first move is just to dig this hex green and then fly there. I think that's an okay sequence. Chaos is just taking double dig, so he actually might be taking this hex, in which case I am just going to dig and build this. Oh, but he's leaving this hex alone. Maybe he thinks it's too nice to give us a neighbor, but it does look like Chaos is pushing pretty hard for network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwellings. He has 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 hexes. Yeah, never mind. He's not really going to contest network, but I think it's okay to just dig this hex green and then fly there. But I guess if I'm going to go to 15 network regardless, it doesn't matter. The main reason that I kind of want to do the flight is just to have the flexibility at the end of the game to not have to rebuild the final dwelling. Yeah, this is okay. I'm alright with this plan. And whatever, if it's not exactly correct, I've already done enough sloppy things, whatever. Chaos taking that hex hurts mermaids more than it hurts you. Yeah, that's true, actually. Taking that hex is pretty hilarious, because then I just double dig the black, and I don't care. It costs me 1 extra worker, but taking the black actually is going to make mermaid's life pretty sad. I don't believe I need to take 3 for 2s anymore. I'm still going to take 2 for 1s, but I actually think I can afford everything I'm aiming for here without having to take that. Chaos is, or Cultist is probably going for Fire 2 here, and he takes the coin town. That's okay. I do need those ship towns. Well, I don't know if I need the ship towns. I need a ship town, but I don't need both. Mermaids does come right here. This is another 3 for 2. I just said I wasn't taking these, although I should have considered it. What I should have done is actually, which I'll finally do here, is I should have just burnt power. There's no need to keep this many power tokens, and I could have set myself up to take 2 for 1s. I always talk about doing that trick, and then I rarely actually pull it off because it's not always ingrained in my mind, and I'm not always playing that sharp. But I will try to remember on my next turn to manipulate my power so I can accept 2 for 1s. Because yes, there is no need to save power tokens, but there are enough reasons to want 2 for 1 leeches, I think, because I think it helps me take higher victory point towns still potentially. I mean, I actually maybe was supposed to take those 3 for 2 leeches even. I'm not sure. Because the thing is, like, I could take priest towns instead of ship towns, so I mean, they're 5 points more at the cost of 4 coins. So as long as I could take leeches where I'm getting more than 4 coins for 5 points. Wow. Chaos just dug that back with his bonus card. Okay. Well then. That's actually pretty annoying. So I'm going to just dig and build on it, but I did not expect that. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That makes no sense. If Chaos wanted to mix with this hex, why did they dig all this crap and not just build here? Like, I get that they had a bonus card action, but like they don't even know if hexes to build all their dwellings on. Like, as somebody in the chat like is saying, why did they not go here? Like Chaos could oh well, they can't go here because they can't reach it, but that was just all sorts of wrong. But whatever. I am not, as usual, in charge of the game. Oh, I do see. Chaos was partly prioritizing these hexes because they're trying to connect this game off of one shipping, which is pretty funny. But oh, and I didn't mess with my power now because I got so distracted by that nonsense. Ugh. Oh well. Losing the workers is actually pretty bad here though because I needed to. I don't actually have enough workers to temple, sanctuary, and trading post. So I actually need to take a worker town now, but I also need the ship towns. Like, bleh. I guess that did hurt me more than I thought, and I was supposed to just build on it last round, but yikes. I am taking these 3 for 2s now because I actually am on the edge about making this all happen, but never expected to see that. Wow, and wait, mermaids are just going for this town. It looks like mermaids are trying to make another town, but I don't think they have the resources to make it. I don't know. We'll find out what's happening here. I said I was taking 3 for 2s to make sure I can make this work. I don't know if I should. I might be overreacting to this nonsense, but I am tight on resources, so whatever. I am just going to take fire 2 here, I think. I probably get a worker's power action if I want to yet here, so it's probably all going to work out still. Oh, one of the ship towns disappeared. Okay. Whatever. I will take a ship town and a priest town. Well, or I don't have to take the priest town. I can take the worker town because I can power for the priests. Yeah, I'll just take the workers. Um, Mermaids took Shiptown, big yikes. Yeah. Ultimately, things have been sloppy. Wow. So Cultist takes workers, which we took a worker town to avoid, so we're okay. But what the hell is that? What are our opponents doing? Like, I guess worker or Boop. I guess all the spades are gone, so he's trying to hard dig out another town. Actually, that is what's happening, right? He's trying to hard dig another town and needs more workers. Holy shit, this is nuts. I could take the priest, or I could take the priest here on the town. I, if I need 9 coins to build the town, and then I need 17 coins to make the shipping happen. I have not enough coins. Uh, that's where a power town and a priest is gonna work. I don't know. Like, look, things are ugly. That's where we're really at. Things are ugly. I take Air 1 though. Yeah. There's still 2 priest towns left. So I'm gonna take Air 1 here. I convert a power to a coin. As long as I get just a little more leech, I'm gonna be okay. But this is an issue. Cultists are hard digging. The more I looked at it, cultists taking workers made sense. And to be fair, I don't need the workers power action anymore. And cultists are still hitting 3 towns. They have some cults. Their network is going to be better than I thought because our opponents aren't really doing great on network. So whatever. Um, if our opponents realize how much we need power, they shouldn't help us. But at this point, I need one. I need 1 power. I need 1 more coin to go for the trading post, and then I need 8 coins for the double ship advance off of taking a priest town. So I have 8 coins currently, 8 coins here. Yeah, I need 1 more power. But should have just gone Air 3 instead of Air 1. Yeah, I maybe should have just to guarantee it to myself, actually. Because this is risky as shit. But, you know, whatever. This is what I've gone for. Risky as shit is what I've gone for. Air 3 isn't available. Oh, yeah, that's also true. I couldn't have Air 3'd anyhow, so never mind. Air 1 was still probably correct. Because, yeah, why would Air... Oh, I could have Fire 3'd, I guess, for the needed power. I could have done that, but whatever. Yeah, this has been wild and sloppy, and I might just lose it because I've made enough mistakes, but oh well. You know, making mistakes is part of the game, and this is what I get for a weekend of Terra and whatever. It does look like the rest of my opponents are doing a lot of thinking. I'm not sure. Like I said, I thought mermaids were trying for another town, but I don't really know how they make it. I mean, mermaids could... They'd have to trading post. Ooh, hey, power. All right, well, we made it. Boom, 2 for 1. It's done. Risky as crap, made a bunch of mistakes, it all worked out. I don't know where Weber is. I hope he watches this VOD just because I can't imagine, like, actually, sorry, Weber, please don't watch this VOD. I'm supposed to cast with you on the Fire 2 Open, and I'm pretty sure watching this will give you a heart attack of just like watching me sit here with my resources and just be like, it's gonna work out, even though it totally could have failed. I actually don't need this leech anymore. I think I should double do the calcs, but that's 9 coins. I give 1. This is my trading post. Boom. I take a priest town. That can't be blocked anymore. And then I have 8 power. 8 power is enough coins. I have the double ship. It all works out. I don't need this anymore. Look, guys. This was a stream. This was a stream. Okay, we get our priest town. We go there. We are up to 105 points. We advance ship. That gets us 7 more, 112. We pass. We're at 116. We win network. We're at like 134. That's probably winning, although we'll find out. But yeah, anyhow, thanks, Fofo. It was still possible without Leech, but 8 power town was needed to get 3 power priest and 1 coin. Oh yeah, that might have been true. I'm not sure. But regardless, this feels a lot safer, so I'm happy for this outcome. Cultist is taking most of the other cult points away from this game. It looks like we are picking up 4 cult points currently, unless Mermaids. Well, I guess Mermaids has a lot of priests, so they probably just pass us. So we probably do get a big fat 0 on cults, but meh. Mermaids put their stronghold in the wrong spot. Yeah, I agree. I thought Mermaids were going to 3 town, right? Like, Mermaids 3 towning was very easy with Fire 2 if they just had their stronghold in the right place. But instead, they don't. So, network battle between these players is pretty intriguing. I think Chaos has to be regretting digging where they did, because if they had another hex to build on, they have more dwellings. They just don't have hexes. So, like, if they didn't mess with us and make us sweat this end game, like, that would have been pretty good. But they made us sweat the end game, but oh well. I do only have 1 free green hex in range, and it's this one, so I probably should fly there before anything too funky happens, although nothing funky is gonna happen, so it's okay. They still 3 town what's ugly. They decide not to 3 town. Yeah, Mermaids decided not to 3 town, and I do think they wanted to contest network instead. And I do think that was smarter for Mermaids to just make sure that they could build trading posts and another dwelling, because getting down to 3 structures looks pretty good for Mermaids actually. So yeah. The dig to give us the cheap trading post was quite bad. Mermaids should have 3 town, but you know, hey, we've all made mistakes. Part of why we are the highest rated player at this table is because hypothetically we make fewer mistakes than our opponents, but you know, that's not actually always true. Sometimes we're pretty sloppy, but I mean, honestly, we didn't do that wrong this game. I did put a little too much stress on myself with a couple of lines. I didn't think through things probably quite as well as I could have, but I mean, generally our game plan was still pretty strong. We hit the rounds well. We still hit dig advance and ship advance and 3 towns and network win, which I've long said was going to be enough victory points that we could afford to take lower VP towns. And we didn't even take that low of VP towns. We took a ship town, a worker town, and a priest town. So, like, you know, that's a mix of decent VPs on our towns. So, whatever. It would have been nice to probably take an 8-point town or 2, just because there are a bunch of cheap second places on the cults still, and Mermaids are probably going to scoop them, but oh well. Oh well. I think this is a win for us just because we're quite ahead on victory points, and our post-game 18 network is going to help offset the fact that these guys are going to catch up just a little between their post-game network and cults. But I haven't really done the calcs. I don't know. At this point, it's fine to give the Chaos Magician's Leech. I was just declining to do this for a sec just in case giving it to them gave them anything, but It does not appear to. So yeah, we're at 116 after passing. I mean, I feel like that has to be winning. Everybody else is just too far behind after that. Um, I mean, Chaos Magicians again has tons of cult points, but they're also like last on network. It looks like cultists can build one more dwelling pretty easily here. So anyhow, this this was a game. It looks like cultists are actually going to pass Chaos Magicians on air. So this is exactly the situation I was talking about earlier with Chaos Magicians going for that really early temple to lock out water. If Chaos Magicians just lets cultists beat them on water, and Chaos Magicians just builds their economy up a bit more, they could build a late game temple and just like steal air and still wind up with the exact same cult VP, but they would have had better economy and better points in the meantime. So yeah, that temple looks quite wrong. Plus, like, part of the error with that temple too is like they never took air one, and air one is just great victory points too. But hey, look, this game was full of errors. Um, I do think we've largely won this game because we made the fewest. Mermaid's like sanctuary thing was a big error. Mermaid's putting their stronghold in the wrong spot and not getting 3 towns without fire 2 is a pretty big error. Um, Cultists made tons of errors with trying to dig instead of expanding more rapidly. If Cultists had just got to this hex and then expanded to some more browns more rapidly, they honestly should have way better network than they do. They should at least be able to have tied Mermaids this game on network if they just expanded a bit faster. Um, Although, I mean, admittedly, Cultist still did, even with this, like, Cultist still 3 town and has pretty good network, and they are on the pass tile. Like, Cultist might have second place this game still somehow, which, like, it's kind of wild, but uh, I do think I should have just bid for Cultist more this game because it feels like there were so many points for Cultist here. Even with what they did, it was still pretty strong, and it feels like they did some really questionable stuff. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, they dug a lot and they at least hit 3 towns. I don't know if I would have got 3 towns with the game plan I would have gone for, but yeah. Where's the right spot for Mermaid Stronghold? So mermaids should have mermaids. Oh, did they just build their trading post in the wrong spot? That might have been the issue. I think they built their trading post in the wrong spot last round. If they were planning to 3 town, they needed to put a trading post up here, and they needed to set up so that they had a stronghold and 3 dwelling town and a temple trading post dwelling town type thing. The way they built this, they didn't give themselves a good option to 3 town really, because they had to build a stronghold where they already had a trading post, and so they kind of overbuilt a town if they were going to take fire too. I guess reading the chat, it sounds like mermaids maybe thought they were going to 3 town without fire too, but that is always pretty aggressive. So Ultimately, this was fun to run a Dig Advance Witches game, and as always, just skipping Earth 1 and like playing big econ makes me happy. So it was fun. We did not like score that well this game. Mermaids did decide to like take away almost all of our cult points. We have only 2 cult points, but we win network, so I mean, nobody's really catching us. Cultist is closest to catching us, but they're going to be barely caught up to us, and then we're going to score network in a sec, and we'll just be ahead. It does look like Cultist got second, though, which good for them. Good for Boopy McBoopface. I did not say Boopy McBoopface enough. I just always call them Cultists or Chaos. I don't use their real name. It's a shame when there are names as great as Boopy McBoopface. But alas, that is how it goes. Yeah, cultists were actually pretty close by the end, and nobody else was. I would not have predicted that. I thought cultists were making the most questionable decisions throughout, but mermaids failing to 3 town was pretty bad. And the fact that we blocked mermaids from the ship tile at the end of the game is probably pretty big because they still decided to go to 5 shipping, but we blocked them from being able to get back on that. Chaos, they Chaos going for that early temple and stuff and not leveraging their water 1, air 1 as much as they could have, I think was a big mistake for them. So, yeah. The digging the center red is actually a good move for cultist things. The issue for them was the northwestern town. Yeah, I think the dig in the center turned out to be actually pretty fine, especially in a game that had round 3 and round 4 dwellings. You can just build your dwellings a bit later. You don't have to go for the early shipping. So securing that center town is pretty nice. I think the issue, like you said, though, the tough part was they were earning so many, they had so many cult spades coming in from the earth track at the end of round 2, and they just had nowhere to put them. And so then they just put them on that red, but oh well. Thought to be 3. Well played, blue. Yeah. But yeah, I do actually like cultist digging the center out more. But yeah. Hey, eels. Oh, hey, excited to watch the VOD. Hey, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. We're the eels. I didn't know that you watched. Sweet. Gonna be crying about not taking fire too. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think you're gonna see in the VOD. I think I was like, your sanctuary actually surprised me. I don't actually think you should have built a sanctuary that round at all. But if you were gonna build it, I actually said on the VOD that I thought you were gonna take fire too, and then you took air one, and we were all pretty surprised. It was not really the right time to build that, but oh well. You play games, you learn. A lot of the rest of your game I liked, and I'm glad you chose not to dig my green in round 1 with the spade action. I think taking coins was good for you, and not digging that hex was very good for me, but if you took that, my game, I think, looks pretty different, because I mean, I just don't connect is what it comes down to. So I choose not to ever advance shipping, and I don't win network. And so I have to find a really different path to points than the one I took, and I don't know what that looks like, but it would have been wild. Yeah, that was such a critical hex. Yeah, I did not think about the fact that you were going to get enough power to double dig and do that. I probably did just start at the wrong hex as well, as like Logus and others were pointing out later. So that was one of my mistakes. One of the main mistakes this game was me. I think my starting spots were bad, like questionable, given what the situation this game is. I could have just started elsewhere, and then I also was definitely a bit sloppy towards the end. And then, yeah, round 1, I actually think I did need to rush my stronghold faster just to beat you to that hex, because I forgot just how much leech you were going to have. And so I didn't consider the fact that you were going to be able to double dig and then still potentially single dig and steal that hex. And yeah, that would have been pretty wild. As for the breakdown, I just always like look at this. I never did actually take a priest power action. I never sent a priest to a cult this game, which feels so, yeah, it doesn't feel great. But we took that 1 workers power action right at the end just because that chaos block was a bit weird. We did get 2 coins power actions. That was nice. And hey, this was a game without any power spades. Those are always fun. I did not realize that we never power spaded, but yeah, we temp shipped in round 1 to reach a bunch of hexes. We hard dug just a little. We got the passing spade a little, and then we advanced dug. So We collected just enough coins. We converted a lot of power to coins, and we got the most coins by the end. But we knew we had a coin-intensive game. We also just made so many workers this game, but that's how we dug a lot. And then yeah, we made we made like no priests. Power via structures. We got a lot of leech. Holy smokes, 51 leech is a lot. I didn't like I this is part of why I love witches on the map, is because you tend to be so centrally located and everything, but I didn't even realize it was that much. And then we hit the round tiles pretty well, about as well as anybody. Our favorite tiles was fine. The rest of them did better, but that's because the rest of them had Earth 1. Nobody did well on the bonus tiles this game. We scored our stronghold twice, and then other people did a little bit of that, but that's pretty surprising. But that is partly, again, because we blocked the ship tile in round 5 and sat on it, so nobody could have it round 6. We got good VP on our towns. We won network. 2 points in cults is wild, but 15 witches points then. Advancing dig, advancing ship. A lot of points. We started at 30. But yeah, we did throw away our points to leech, but sometimes that's what you do in order to get a good game. So ultimately, yeah, that was a fun one. Thanks always for the chat and everything. That was a good game. Thanks Worthy Eels for a fun game. I hope to see you around. And Boopy McBoopface, I hope to just play him again so I can keep saying that name more. Let's go look quick at where I'm ranked. We're up to 12. And Boopy's asking for just a little bit of tips. I'll probably provide that in a sec. We're up to 17-19. The jump up to 11th is a bit tough. Wow, Blast was up there and fell. It's pretty easy to fall when you're up top of these boards, though. 3rd and 4th places really make you fall down. So anyhow, we'll see where we go. But that was a fun stream. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching, following, commenting, yada, yada, yada. I don't know when the next Terra Mystica is going to be, because as usual, I just do it by the vagaries of my desire, but maybe tomorrow, otherwise probably Wednesday, but I don't know. But yeah, my crazy Agricola weekend's over, and I'll be back to doing quite a bit of Terra Mystica again going forward, and I swear to you, maybe I won't play witches sometimes, but as long as I keep winding up at tables where people are just like begging me to play witches, it's really hard to turn that down, because like, yeah, I mean, I got witches with like a 15 victory point edge on everybody else at the table. Like, it's hard to turn that down. So, oh well, it was fun. Did you miss the prom? Promotion? I don't know. You didn't miss much, Fofo. We won. That's what happened. If you missed that, that's all. But anyhow, let's see what else. Oh, the Fire 2 open games are coming up. Oh, did I miss the promised VOD on a dime a dozen? What did I promise something? What did I promise? Tell me what I promised and I'll make it. I made a post in the forums today. As for Terra Mystica people, the Fire 2 open games are coming up again soon. Off the look, but I think I'm casting one of the second chance games with Weber, so that'll be a fun time, but that'll come up. The summary. So did I say I was actually going to make a VOD for the summary? If so, I completely lied. But I guess I could do that at any time. It wouldn't be hard to record one. But yes, one does not currently exist. So I guess I can do that, but I don't know. We'll see. There is a post in the Play Agricola forums with a brief summary of what happened. So you can go check that out. And then if you still have demand, I can record a couple minutes summary. I did promise. Okay, fine. I will think about recording a VOD a little bit later here tonight or tomorrow morning with a brief summary of the Agricola event for the weekend and just talk through that stuff, because that would be fun. So yeah, I can do that. But one does not exist, so you have not missed it. I have just not done it because I'm apparently a terrible person that doesn't remember my own promises. This VOD is already way too long at 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's, I guess I was waiting for a game, but yes, it's been too much. I've been talking too much. I should go do things. Thanks all. I will see you around. Bye.